Hey guys, Barry here from TGS with another Assassin's Creed Valhalla road trip video. We're going to be riding a lion from Canterbury to London to Jorvik to find how long it takes to go from Canterbury to Jorvik, going through one of, or if not the biggest, city in the game. So we're starting right down here in Canterbury, good old Kent, and we're going to start right next to the viewpoint, right by the cathedral, and basically almost at the heart of Canterbury. And pretty much what we're going to do is we're going to have autopilot take us from Canterbury to London. London will act as basically a major road pathway for us, as when we came from Jorvik to Winchester, we actually ended up coming through London as well anyway. As you can see, it kind of makes sense because the roads are kind of whack. And yeah, we came from all the way up here, down into London, then went to Winchester. For this run, we're going to come from Canterbury into London. Once we reach London, I will set a new marker and we'll head up straight for Jorvik on the fastest route possible. And we'll be recording the time it takes to do this ride. And we'll pretty much have a how long to do in just a moment. I will say it took 21 minutes to do Jorvik to Winchester through London. So my guess is going to be pretty similar to that. Yeah, we'll have to find out together. But one step at a time. So let's go ahead and get the video started. I'm going to use the recording timer as a reference. Once it hits a minute 45 on the recording, we're off. And we're off. So we'll be using the autopilot system, and we'll use a minute 45 seconds, like I said, on the recording, on the video, as a reference. Just keep in mind if I do cut the beginning of the video a second or two for the intro, it'll be a little bit different, but that's a good estimate for where we're going to be. And this way I can give you guys a total number for the run. If we don't get knocked off the line here, which I hope we don't, we should be on our way out of town. So basically I decided I should go back there just to come back here. So the system's not perfect, it's a little bit wonky. It's the old school, year 900 navigation system in Valhalla, but yeah, we gotta go 3,000 meters alone just to London now. So once we get through these city gates right here, I think we'll finally be out on the open road momentarily, and the line will speed up. But until we get out there, we're still at risk of getting hit. They might hit me. Worst case, I'll just get back on the line and we'll just continue on our way. But thankfully, we didn't get hit. So here's where our true journey begins, guys. We'll see how long it takes to get to London, and we'll go from there. Just a reference, I don't know if I said it wrong earlier in the video, I'm not going to restart the entire video over it. But it was 21 minutes from Jorvik to Winchester. If I said 26 or something like that, I'm sorry. I don't know why that number's popped in my head. I know we had, I believe it was 28 minutes from corner to corner of the map on boat, and then 21 minutes for horse from Jorvik to Winchester. Just in case I got the numbers wrong, I wanted to re-verify with you guys. So we're comparing for a roughly 21-minute run. I believe it didn't really take that long to get from London to Winchester. That was a very, very short ride. I think 5 minutes or less or something like that, somewhere in there. So we'll have a rough idea of where we're at with this. We start right around a minute 45 on the current timer that I have visually on my screen, and we're about, we're about to be 3 minutes in about 10 seconds. We're still about 1,900 meters out, so enjoy the cruise. We'll eventually be in London.
I should not be seen in this area.
Shouldn't be seen in that area, but don't worry, we weren't. Oh, that was close, man. We almost had a collision. Would have been cool. We had to stop and exchange insurance info. You know, I don't know how long that would have held us up. Would not have been appreciated, that's for sure. So I like to check our location every 5 minutes. We'll be able to check in about 35 seconds where we're at, but that's London in the background, so we're most likely going to be in London, if not bordering London, at the 5-minute mark. So, like I said, it's right around 5 minutes to Canterbury and Winchester from London. Well, it might be a little bit different, obviously. That's what I'm coming to understand. It's not that long of a ride at all. It takes time, but it's definitely doable. So no need to check the map, guys. We're at a 5 minutes right now, and we're literally pulling across the bridge in London itself. So we're officially in London, guys. We're on the border of it, or coming into it, but we're in London. Now that we're in London, we're going to pause real quick, clear our system, and go up here to the Minster, where I've been using as a reference in Winchester and Jorvik and Canterbury for start-end points. So now we're going to start the new follow road with the new coordinate, which is 9,400 meters away. It's about 12,000 meter journey, so we're only 1/4 the way there in about 5 minutes. Welcome to London. Basically a bunch of Roman ruins with some newer buildings added in here and there, as in for the time period. There's a London Coliseum over there, but we don't have time to check it out, just due to the fact we're kind of heading on through town. Back out on the road in just a moment.
Hey, wait! Come die well!
I believe that puts us right here. I believe this is the major road north out of the city, and it's probably a road that's going to take us to where we got to go. And we're off. Gotta enjoy the nice green terrain while we have it, because as we get closer to Jorvik, you'll notice snow to slowly start covering the ground, and eventually it kind of just overwhelms the area. Just get into the snowy region of Northumbria. Until we get to Northumbria, we have a lot of land down here. I actually remember passing this exact set of ruins right here on my way south to Winchester. So this seems to be the main road in and out for this region. I'm going to guess that from London north, it's going to be the opposite of what we did from Jorvik down to London. Which kind of only makes sense. Yeah, it's like a highway system in the real world, if you know what I mean. Whereas you know, they connect between two dots. They're obviously going to connect between two major cities before anything else. And it's probably what that, you know, the quote-unquote highway would have been for London to Jorvik. You would have taken this route. They'll have some forks so you can divert to some other cities, I'm sure, and so forth. But This lion is one tough cookie. He's done a lot of commuting day. He'll have done 25,000 meters today for our journey. So props to the lion. Gonna need to refuel him. Get him a nice deer or something.
Now! Get the murdering heathen!
Cinemac does not like to let work when you're being attacked. Sometimes it'll. There we go. Apparently we just hit a bird. 2 birds. How many people are hiding around here just trying to attack people? The fuck? It's a lot of people up here who aren't friendly. We're officially at 10 minutes though, I just noticed right at this exact moment. So 10 minutes from leaving Canterbury, we're all the way up here in the Grantbridgeshire, or Oxenfordshire actually. Not too far off from Grantbridgeshire, and we're just passing the ruins. We're just getting slightly north of Buckingham. We still have quite a bit of journey to go before we're in Jorvik, so possibly another roughly 10 minutes and we'll be in Jorvik. 11 minutes would make it a tie with Winchester. So we're going to find out, is it longer of a journey to go between Canterbury and Jorvik, or Winchester and Jorvik? Through London, obviously, being the central, not the truly central, but the center node. The node that both of them go through, so that you have a common system to compare. So it's really just going to come down to how long it took to get from Canterbury to London, and same for London to Winchester. That's going to be the determinant of this run. We'll say doing all these, we'll be, by the time we're done this, I'll be like an hour into boat trip and road trip videos, and I'm feeling a little bit beat from all these trips. It's like, I'm not taking the actual trips, but I might as well be. But I wouldn't complain if I was, you know what I mean? But 21 minutes across the entirety of Jorvik to London, to Winchester or something, that's not bad at all. That's like me going to, my city suburbs, like at least the beginning of the real city suburbs. In the game, it's major city to city, state to state, basically set up. Province to province, however you want to look at it. County to county. It's a long journey. Long journey. We're in Venunis. While we're journeying here, I'll let you guys know, see at 15 minutes how we're doing. But I'm going to do a quick Google search. Yeah, I unfortunately couldn't find Jorvik in the real world, so I can't really compare how long it is in the real world. But this journey is taking absolutely forever. About a minute 45. We'll be 15 minutes into the road trip. I suspect, like I said, it's going to be 20, 21 minute road trip. We're passing through some burnt down village right now, so. But once we hit the 15-minute mark, I'll get a good idea of where we're at. In just about a minute will be a 15-minute mark. Definitely interested to see how far we've come in the 15 minutes. We should be roughly 75% the way there. Especially because we're getting into the stretch of boring open nothingness between Jorvik and the regions as you get closer to London. It's kind of just open land out here. You'll start seeing snow eventually on the ground. That'll be a sign that we're getting close to Northumbria. 30 seconds. Good luck, man. Got diverted for a second. Not sure where it's taking us. It's a recommended diversion. And we're officially at 15 minutes, guys. So 15 minutes in, coming in from Canterbury. We made through London, and we've pretty much crossed most of the map. We're probably, it's probably like a 5-minute ride into Jorvik at this point. 5-6 minutes. It's gonna be very, very, very close to the run for Winchester, which I got estimated right around 21 minutes. Well, not estimated, actually, calculated in time. So we'll see how this one comes out. We're not treating this like the indies where we need to have 0.345 seconds on our numbers. We're just going off rounded off minutes for the most part. We can go off seconds if it comes down to it, but I'm not sure what's going to happen here. It's kind of annoying how people target you and it takes you out of the cinematic cam and messes up. There we go. I feel like you can kind of tell that we're getting closer to the snow region just by the overall looks of the region. Just look at the trees, look at the ground. It's getting less green. It's getting more and more telling the tale of winter. Plus, isn't that snow falling right now in the sky? So next time I'll check how far we're away. We'll be at the 20-minute mark if we need to. I'm definitely curious how the rest of the journey is going to go, because we are way up here, apparently near some avenge mission that I'm not going to do. Like, sorry, sir, but I don't have time to avenge you. We're on a dedicated road trip that is being timed with our beautiful lion. Still over 2,000 meters out. And right now we're about, I'd say, roughly 17 and a half minutes in, plus a few seconds of me doing the calculations. So you get the idea. From my stream clock, I'm moving roughly, a minute 30 seconds, but don't use that comparison if you use it against the actual video recording, because the video recording time may not be exactly the same as when I record it live, you know what I mean? Because in case we do some editing or cutting of the video. Just using it as a reference point so you guys understand that I'm doing the calculations. 18 minutes, 10 seconds in. We're back by the camps. Don't want to take too much time, but just to show you, we're right by Donna Caster. Probably butchering it, but we're getting into that final stretch. What it'll come down to. About a minute and 10 seconds is all that we have left to have going to Winchester be shorter than going to Canterbury from Jorvik, vice versa. It'd be the same road, same amount of time either way. if you follow the same road, you know what I mean? So, especially with no traffic. Yeah, obviously slope and hill climbing and all that stuff can definitely alter it, but we're just gonna go off the fact that it's probably relatively close. 700 meters out of Jorvik. So it's really up to the lion at this point to get us to the final pinpoint for the timer, which they always slow down the cities, and it's kind of annoying. This time right here is what's going to put us over. We have 45 seconds to make it. I take it back 30. If we get there in 30 seconds, it'll be the exact same time as getting from Jorvik to Winchester as, you know, Jorvik and Canterbury. I think Canterbury is going to come out as the longer trip, guys, because we're officially at 21 minutes. It's not that much different, but my guess is going to be about 22 to 23 minutes because we're pulling up, but we still have 150 meters to go. $21.5. I don't know where the fuck he's going. We're just going to go with 21 because apparently the game thinks that I want to go out the other gate. But we would have been here 30 seconds ago. So I'm going to take it back and we're going to go with a 21-minute designation for Canterbury to Jorvik, which means in reality I'm sure there's a minor difference. It could be 15 seconds or something at 30 seconds, but from my video timing, we did right around 21 minutes to tackle this trip. So definitely appreciate it if you like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.